Hi, I'm meteorologist Tony Petrarca in the Pinpoint 12 Forecast Center. You've clicked on the Weather Now link on this Wednesday evening, a little after 8 o'clock. It's been fairly stormy the last several hours. In fact, still getting some heavy rain and strong wind gusts in New Bedford. But things are improving rapidly. First of all, the rain's going to be ending shortly in the next hour or two. And the latest update on the high wind or the wind advisory, it is now set to expire a little earlier in Rhode Island. It is now set to expire at 9 o'clock tonight, but it will remain until 1 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, up at around midnight across southeastern Massachusetts. So far, throughout the evening, we've just had some isolated scattered power outages across Rhode Island. At last check, there was around 1,000 customers without power. So it's been isolated, fortunately. Though up in Quincy, Mass, 74% of that part of Massachusetts in Quincy is without power, so it was a little more significant there. But things are improving. But first of all, temperatures as of the 8 o'clock hour is unseasonably mild. It's well into the 50s, but it will turn much, much colder overnight tonight with the passage of a cold front. In fact, cold front will be passing through shortly. Here's Doppler radar as of about 8:15, and you can clearly see still some bands of heavy rain and wind. This little thin strip of red right in here it's passing through New Bedford right now and heading towards Cape Cod Bay. That's a band of intense rain and wind. It doesn't last very long. In fact, when we widen out the view, and you can see off to our west, it is drying out and turning colder. In fact, it is snowing in upstate New York, so while here in Providence it's 58, it's down into the low 30s in Buffalo. And quite simply, this is the colder air that's headed our way. So once this front, this blue line, passes through, the temperatures will drop. Now, out ahead of the front, it is still 58 in Providence, close to 60, and much colder in upstate New York. And that's the cooler and colder air headed our way during the overnight, and drier air as well. And you can see that behind the cold front. This will be moving through later on this evening and overnight. So when we take a look at the forecast, rain winding down in Rhode Island now until about 9 o'clock. It'll be shutting down shortly. It'll take a couple of hours longer in southeastern Massachusetts. It'll still be windy after 9 o'clock, but it won't be quite as strong as what we had earlier. We were generally gusting this evening between about 40 and 50 miles per hour. Thursday morning and afternoon, it is blustery. It's still windy, actually, but it's not as strong as what we had this evening. Dry and colder. So during the morning, it's in the upper 30s by 11 a.m., but it's not much higher than the low 40s, even with sunshine on Thursday. But with a gusty wind, these temperatures are going to feel colder or cooler, and that is the wind chill. That'll be actually in the 30s. Bay forecast actually still has a gale warning on Thursday, despite dry air and sunshine. West breeze 15 to 25 knots, a gust up to 35 knots. 7-day outlook, cool dry on Friday with more sunshine. And then here we go again on Saturday with another rain and wind system along with mild temperatures, almost a repeat kind of a performance here. So a half and half weekend with Sunday being drier, brighter, but colder, and temperatures falling back into the upper 40s. So bottom line, some improvement as far as the rain shortly this evening. It'll be ending, and the wind gusts, while still active tonight, will be dropping off after 9 o'clock tonight.